High School Stars of the Week. I'm Nick Marconi here. Was that good enough, guys? You want me to do one more?
I think you there was a lot of
Hello!
pause. Too much pause. Let's try it again.
I was just going to keep rolling with that.
Yeah, I think you should. Keep going. It's good.
I will start over now. You guys blew it.
I'm keeping all of it.
Hello,
Nope,
welcome
not
to...
good. It's not good. Yeah, try. All right, let's see. Here we go.
We got it.
We got it.
And in this corner, we've got...
Hello,
Hello,
and welcome to Steve Taylor's
High School Stars of the Week. I'm Nick Marconi here with Tom Cole, Terry Crosby, and Steve Taylor!
Wow, I like band.
That's a good one. The cuff.
That's a good one.
We didn't even rehearse
We
it.
got a great show for you today. We got two teams we're honoring for their state run, heading to state finals here. St. John's Jesuit and Toledo Christian ladies, right?
That's
Just
right.
Lady Eagles, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Nick hit the nail on the head. Two amazing teams
Yep.
making state runs. Unfortunately for Toledo Christian, we're going to start there. Man, what a game. First time ever, I believe, in school history that they've had anybody make it to states.
Yeah.
And man, it was a close one. It was a nail biter, I think 52-50. Talk a little bit more about that game.
You're right, boss. 52-50, Division IV state playoff finals in Dayton Arena. You climb all the way to the state championship. What an incredible accomplishment that is. Coach Winsick, we've talked about. He's been one of our Steve Taylor Coaches Chronicles. A great guy. His daughter plays on the team, Macy. They have just remarkable young ladies on this team. Great run, 52-50. Couldn't ask for other than to maybe get another bucket or two. But I mean, what a tremendous run. 23-5, I think they ended.
How many are coming back next year then?
That's a good question. I don't know that, Nick.
I heard that the team that they lost to in the finals beat a team like 80-something to 1.
The
Think about the team that they beat,
Yeah.
and I think, were they undefeated?
Yeah, I think they are.
It's Tri Village.
Aren't they 32-0 or something like that?
30-0.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Ranked
Yes.
pretty high.
Yeah, when you start moving up the state playoff,
Yeah, it's a different ball game.
oh, it's totally different. You start seeing athletes that you go, whoa.
Yeah.
It's the wow factor. As you keep moving up, they get better and better. So Coach Winsick, all the Lady Eagles, remarkable job.
But the great thing about Toledo Christian is, especially a lot of those girls came in at the same time, and they played together and matured together to get to this stage. So that was a great run for them, and there's nothing like going to the state.
Yeah, and Cross, Steve, a young lady that we've had on for Steve Taylor Stars a number of time, Mackenzie Royal Davis. I think she's only a junior.
Right.
To your question about who's back, in that game they lost in the state championship, she was 20 and 11, 20 points,
She had
11.
a double.
20 points, 11 rebounds.
Yes.
So there you go.
Wow, that's
Great job.
You think about Toledo Christian too as it's not a huge school.
No,
Right.
it's not.
And you think about, when you talk about the Central, St. John's, St. Francis, Whitmer, some of these teams locally that have made these big, state playoff runs, they're bigger schools.
Right.
Toledo Christian, man, they have made a name for themselves these last few years, and on both sides, on the boys' side, girls' side.
Right.
So congratulations to the basketball team for an amazing season, and we're going to keep our eye on them for next year too.
There's talent. You go in that school. I've been privileged to go in there a few times to interview folks, and there's a tremendous vibe in that school.
Yeah.
They have a real sense of community and family, and they really are a family. I mean, everybody supports everybody.
Right.
It's a positive vibe, and I think and athletically, this, Cross. If you are athletically comfortable with your coach, your team, how you're being coached, right?
You're going to produce.
You play better. That's it. And the opposite also occurs. If you're uncomfortable with your leader, your coach, it's not going to happen.
Comfortable leads to confidence.
I like that, Nick. Yeah.
Nick's on fire today.
He is. He's got it rolling. I mean, he's just rolling today. I like
All right,
it.
on to St. John's now. Hey!
When we talk about a Cinderella story,
Yes.
right? I think we've all been following this story. Did they come in as a 9 seed?
Yes, they were 9 seed.
So I know they had to take out the 1, the 2,
Right.
was it the 4, the 5? I don't think they played maybe the 3, something like that. But I mean, nobody really figured on this kind of a run from St. John's. They're in the Final Four, playing this coming Saturday. What a season, what a story. Talk about the connection too and the confidence. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, you hit it, boss. 19-9, I think going into the tournament, you didn't look at the St. John's Jesuit Titans as a team that could win a state championship. You looked at them and said, well, maybe if they could make a little run, that would be great in the tournament. A little run, I mean, they're in the Final Four, which you would never have projected that from the beginning. Give Coach Schoen all the credit in the world. He hasn't been the head coach that long. Was it about 4 years or somewhere in that area? And it's hard to get to a Final Four. I want to tell you what, in basketball, it's really, really tough. And they've got a player that Cross is going to really like. He's played, you know where I'm going with this, Cross.
Right.
He played started as a freshman, C.J. Hornbeek.
Yeah.
So you played for 4 years. And the game to get them into the Final Four, he dropped 26 on somebody.
Yes.
So,
I absolutely love that. Yeah. I know CJ's dad really well, Eric. And we were talking, I've been to a couple of St. John's games this year. And one thing about CJ is, and Tom, you'll know where I'm going with this, and you will too, Steve.
He wants the ball.
I love when our high school athletes play two sports. Okay?
Oh, absolutely.
And CJ plays football too, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed when I watched him, what he does on the football field, he carries on to the basketball court.
Yeah, right.
Because he is
Physicality.
physical, man.
Physicality, yep.
He is physical, and he'll come at you.
That's a
you know,
great point.
With that level of aggression.
Yeah, that's a
you know.
great point, and it's back to Nick's confidence thing. I think when
Right.
you play a number of sports, you have a certain confidence about yourself as an athlete, that you know that you're not going to be outclassed by anybody. You're going to go out there and you're going to play, and you're not afraid.
Right.
You don't have the fear factor. I'm confident. I'm an athlete. I play a lot of sports, and I think it gives you a confidence. I really do.
I thought you were going to say he wants the ball too. Like you,
Oh, he does. He does
always
want the ball.
give
Yeah,
me the
yeah.
ball.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
wants that last second
he
shot.
does.
And,
he does.
and Cross
And
knows this.
that's a level of confidence.
Cross knows this because he wanted the ball
Right.
when it was important.
Yeah.
But you'd be
I
surprised.
used to cry. I used to
And
cry
cry
if
if
I
you didn't
didn't
get
get
it.
the ball.
But you'd be
Right?
surprised that there's a whole book out on the great pro players. And when it came down to the last shot, they hid. They didn't want the ball, which is so hard to understand.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that mindset that give me the ball. I'll
give me
take
the ball.
Well, I mean, you even look today at, and I love him to death. He's my favorite player, but
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
A lot of times late in the game.
Yeah.
Now he's hit some game winners, but a lot of times he will fade away.
Jordan and Bird.
That's where
Give,
it
him,
was.
give him the ball.
Give him the ball.
They want to shoot it. Yeah.
Right.
No, what a success story for St. John's.
Yeah.
I saw too a cool inside story. There's 3 boys, seniors, been playing together since their days at the academy. And you talk about that
Right.
Building that
relationship,
bond.
yes, and that bond, and those 3 seniors. Obviously there's something there with those boys been with each other.
100%.
How many years?
Yeah,
So,
100%.
Yep.
And
Cool
it is,
story.
boss, you're right, it is chemistry. It's no different than what you and Nick create here at Taylor. There's a chemistry here, and that's why it works.
Right.
If you did not have the chemistry, it wouldn't work. And the same thing in coaching. You create an atmosphere and you create a chemistry, and if it's a good chemistry, or it can be a bad
Well,
chemistry.
Father Sweeney used to teach us good chemistry.
There you go, that's true.
Shout out to Father Sweeney.
So my old football coach just lift up my helmet, fire a couple up inside. That wasn't the greatest chemistry for me.
Makes you tough, Tom.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of chemistry, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't give a shout out to Northview Wildcats,
Yes.
their hockey
Yes.
team.
Yep.
They had a Frozen Four appearance. Didn't go the way they wanted, but man, what another incredible
How many times have
season.
they been there?
I know, right?
I mean, over the
between
last 15
Northview,
years.
St. Francis.
Yeah.
I think those 2 schools
Yeah.
have dominated
They have.
local hockey, and Northview had a great season.
Yep.
So big shout out to those guys.
Not
too.
easy to do.
Yep. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Well, that's another fun and exciting week. Nick, thanks for sticking with us.
Yes.
First time Nick stayed with us in
Yeah,
forever.
brother.
Usually he ducks out.
I missed
real
you guys
quick.
a little
So
bit.
yeah, it's great to have him. Big shout out to
Probably every now and again,
Marco's Pizza for helping out, support all the
I'll
athletes,
stop
student
doing
athletes.
with the pieces.
Oh, he's doing great.
Look at him, he
so,
looks
yeah,
great.
yeah, he
Svelte?
does.
Well,
I never met a guy whose weight fluctuates more week to week. Some weeks are good, some weeks are bad. But
Stuff.
Brad will do that to you. Brad will do that to you.
stuffed crust, man.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had some laughs, everybody. We'll see you next week. Take care.
New nickname, Stuff Crust.
Stuffed crust. I like that.